an unprecedented design,
No one's ever had a glass building this tall anywhere.
a revolutionary goal.
This was going to be a big deal for a big idea.
From international egos
There were fights, but that became part of the folklore.
to domestic unrest,
This must not happen.
how they built the world's first glass skyscraper, the United Nations building. I'm Stuart Varney, and this is American Built. When World War II ended, the great powers were intent on creating a United Nations. After the First World War, the lesson from the failed League of Nations was clear. Get the peace wrong, and another war will surely follow. And everyone knew the only logical place for the UN headquarters was the USA.
After the Second World War, America was the center of the universe. It had all the money, it had all the power.
And it was the globe's great beacon of freedom. But which US city would win the bid? The first UN conference was held in San Francisco. It was headed by none other than American State Department official Alger Hiss. It would take years before Hiss was exposed as a Soviet spy. But it was immediately clear that San Francisco would not work as a permanent UN site.
The Europeans wanted a East Coast city because that was the shortest travel time. Airplanes were not yet common, so it came down to New York and Philadelphia.
Philly offered the UN its spacious Fairmount Park. Tempting, but one well-connected New Yorker baked up a scheme that let the Big Apple outshine the city of brotherly love. His name was Wallace Harrison.
Wally Harrison, as a young man, became attached to big projects.
Like the 1939 World's Fair and Rockefeller Center. When Harrison first heard the UN was in the market for a home, he was helping real estate mogul William Zeckendorf develop a dreadful sliver of land in Turtle Bay on Manhattan's east side.
The site where the UN building stands now was really a pigsty. Quite literally, it was the site of New York's slaughterhouses.
And when Zeckendorf couldn't get financing, Harrison engineered a three-way deal that could be a win-win-win for Zeckendorf, the UN, and Harrison's old philanthropist boss, John D. Rockefeller.
Mr. Rockefeller agreed to put up the money to buy this site from Zeckendorf and then transfer the site to the United Nations.
John D. Rockefeller Jr. to put up $8.5 million on New York's east side from 42nd Street to 48th Street.
It was his son, John III, who showed up with the sizable donation. But Dad didn't walk away empty-handed.
You get a big tax break. And in this case, he got even more because he didn't just get to deduct it from his taxes, he got all kinds of added incentives from New York because everyone, of course, was very happy to make this happen.
And happened soon, for Cold War battle lines were being drawn. The UN Secretary General, Trincomalee, was trying to defuse the conflict from desperately cramped quarters in Queens. He needed to get the new headquarters done fast.
They met in the auditorium of an old high school out in Lake Success. Part of Trig Van Lee's problem is trying to get it done in 4 months so that he can get under construction.
People are scared that the UN is going to turn into another League of Nations, another failed attempt at world peace. So there was this real drive to make it happen and make it happen fast.
The Secretary General needed someone with experience building on a cramped lot. The obvious choice was the plugged-in New Yorker, Wally Harrison. The architect's recent success with Rockefeller Center proved that a tall and narrow building could be sleek, modern, and cost-effective. And what's more, Harrison had the skills to lead a potentially fractious team.
Wally Harrison knew how to put people together.
The project would ultimately be American built, but diplomacy had to precede construction. Specifically, Harrison had just 4 months to get sign-off on a master plan by architects from 10 different countries.
The most highly talented, most sophisticated thinkers and organizers in the world.
No fewer than 40 different designs were created, criticized, analyzed, and reworked.
They would review it every night for 4 months. They were trying to move the project fast. Every week they would build a new clay model of where they progressed that week.
A majority agreed the complex should have 2 main structures, an office tower called the Secretariat and a General Assembly building. But where on a narrow slaughterhouse site to put them?
17 acres is not a big site, so that already limited where you could put the buildings.
The international team presented dozens of competing schemes.
There was always bickering. Artists, architects, there's always going to be bickering.
The biggest quarrel was over the configuration of the buildings. The Chinese architect thought the Secretariat should be perpendicular to the river. The Frenchman, Charles-Édouard Généré, was a modern architecture pioneer who went by the name Le Corbusier. He wanted the tower in a north-south direction to avoid casting a shadow over the site. The Swedish designer even wanted to build a bridge across the river to connect the campus with Queens. But it was the Brazilian who knew how to break through the noise.
Oscar Niemeyer was this young kid from Brazil who had everyone's respect because he would listen to everyone and he would reflect the next day with sketches.
The upstart, Niemeyer, wanted the Secretariat to be separated from the General Assembly. Le Corbusier insisted they be connected.
Le Corbusier is the big, well-known star, the diva of the group. Le Corbusier tore all the other drawings off the wall, left his, crumpled those drawings, stomped out and said, "I'm done, build this or I'm going back to France."
Could Wally Harrison get a deal?